45 episodes.
Yep.
We're close to 50, guys. It's insane. I know we haven't been doing much on YouTube or anything at all because we have our own lives and shit's going on, but we're back to do a little video, and we will be tackling TrollHunter. This came out 6 years ago. It's aged, it's old, but I loved it. One of the things, my favorite things about this film was special effects of the trolls. I love the trolls. They were realistic, they were ugly, long hair, you know, they had tails, like they looked really, really ugly, really realistic. Folklore, I love that element. Talk a little more about them.
And they're believable.
Yes.
They have these big ass noses.
Yes.
And their backs, they're like mixture of rock and birch wood and moss.
Right.
It's just spot on.
Right. I don't know if it was CGI or practical, but whatever the combination was, both really worked well. You really could tell they really did it right. It wasn't fake. It wasn't hokey. It actually worked. That was my favorite part of the film. Name some of the trolls in the film. There's a lot.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of trolls, to be honest. And I'm just going to name the ones that I know well.
Sure.
Which are the Mountain Kings, the Genitar, the Woodland and Mountain Trolls, and more. There's more types.
There's a lot of them we don't want to give away, but they're just so well, and their weaknesses are awesome. I love the folklore Norwegian style. Really great direction with this film. I just love it. Really great found footage monster flick. You guys will love it. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, but this is my first time watching it. I never got around to actually watching it. Like I said in my channel in the past, I would check it out. I never did, but I completely loved it. My favorite part was the monsters, the special effects really did it for me. What else did you like about it? I want to talk a little bit about the story. Not too much. There's a lot of things in the film.
Well, first off, we start off with some of the main cast, a group of college students.
Yes, they are on their way to shoot a documentary film, and what is going on around their area is a series of bear pouching. There's some pouching involved with bears, and supposedly this hunter named Hans is involved, but as they interview people and actually meet Hans, there's something more to it. And at first, these teenagers are skeptical. They're just thinking, "Oh, he's fucking with us. We're just doing some amateur bullshit. This is all, you know, kind of like a prank thing, whatever." Not really actually getting good source material. But once you find out the trolls, oh, it's just crazy what happens. I love Hans. I really did.
Yeah, he's a badass. He really knows his knowledge about the trolls, what they are and what their weaknesses is. It's kind of like a trollologist.
Right, a trollologist. He's like an anthropologist, troll expert. He really has his knowledge. You see it in his trailer, all the things he's collected, all the drawings he's done, all the research over the years. This is his life, and he really has a passion for it, and he's just badass. He's awesome the way he handles these guys. It's just awesome character. Really, no emotion, no sympathy. He's just this guy, and he's there.
Just his own man.
Exactly, his own independent individual, his own being, pretty much.
Yeah, but that's just what makes him such a badass.
Right. The pacing of the story we liked. At first it's slow. It's a lot of, you know, documentary, POV, Blair Witch type of stuff. Not in a bad way, but as it develops on from the first part of the film, you really see the situation and you care for these people. And just a complete 180. And we don't want to give much away, but there's a lot of conspiracy, a lot of secretism with the Wildlife Project Agency that's interviewed. Yeah. There's a lot of secrecy, and it's not what you think of what you're supposed to hear in the media regarding these bear pouching, you know,
or
instances. Yeah.
So, yeah, and it really makes you think, you know, like out there, the feds are really trying their best to keep this all secret.
Right, it's like with the Bigfoot, you know, theory, the conspiracy.
Bigfoot, Area 51,
UFOs.
You name it.
Yeah, as you watch this, you think, hey, there could be a lot of secret stuff out there they're not telling us. Me personally, I have yet to believe it, but Dylan's into that kind of thing.
Well,
you know.
Well,
it's a great film, but personally, I don't believe in that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, you never know. It's probably real and it's probably not.
Right, who knows? You don't know until you find out, but we have our own disagreements and agreements on it. But yeah, it's just, there's a lot of twists and turns. It's crazy. I loved it. I loved the found footage style. It didn't drag. It actually worked very well. the beginning when they had this whole Blair Witch type of thing, explaining this is based on a true story. Loved it. It worked very well.
Yeah.
It was awesome. There also, what's great about these trolls and the film in general, it's not just, you know, the characters and Hans and the secrecy and the, you know, cinematography of POV and all that, but there's not a lot of blood. You don't see the blood. There's really not a lot of blood. Everything's cut. You hear some roaring and some noises, but you don't see on-screen gore enough, and that's good.
Yeah.
That's good that you don't see blood and, you know, these trolls automatically. You see bits and pieces, but that's a good thing, because you don't want just a blood fest or something pointless. You want something...
There are some animal parts in various areas,
but the main message of the film is you're supposed to be in suspense, like with Jaws. You're not supposed to see these trolls. You're supposed to think, holy shit, what was that? Where are you? That type of thing. I thought it really worked with the suspense, and all the elements were fantastic.
It really puts you on edge.
Yes.
On whether, where, how, and why.
Yeah, it really does. It's great. Cinematography was great. Story was great. The pacing, everything else, and the twists and turns and the plot points. It was awesome.
One thing that I did find amusing, in a way, was the fact that, okay, there are a couple of things that are amusing. Like, for starters, there was like these like weird things that Hans given to the cast to rub on.
Yeah, and he references Christianity and Thomas. That's foreshadowing. You know, it's a Christian name in the biblical text. You know, he mentions God and he mentions, you know, minds and stuff, how to use against these trolls. It's interesting. It's really interesting. A lot of interesting theology. I haven't really studied anything about trolls. Have you, Dylan?
I only know them through my interest in infatuation through monster culture.
Right, I haven't really looked up anything, but I really want to look this up. And, you know, it's supposed to be this true story. Obviously, it's not, but it works great. A lot of the based on true story found footage films are hit or miss, but TrollHunter, loved it. It was great. The monster effects were fantastic. The story, the characters, you really felt like you were in the film, and it was a great attempt at a documentary found footage style filmography.
Yeah,
great.
Another thing that was also interesting was that at the end of the end credits, it's saying no trolls were harmed during the making of this film.
We're not going to give away the ending, of course.
I know that, but I'm just saying.
But it kind of plays off that gimmick, you know.
Yeah, like saying, really? You think there were trolls out there?
Of course not.
Seriously?
Of course not. Even though what's real or not, what the government's hiding is debatable between us, but there was no trolls out there. It was all effects and all. And yeah. But I think we want to wrap it up. We don't want to say much.
Yeah, I mean, all I can tell you is go watch it.
Yes, go watch this film. Netflix, it should be on streaming. Buy the film if you like. I really enjoyed it. I'll revisit this again. I highly recommend it. It's a fun film. You really get on the edge of your seat. You really see how they did this effort. And it's just a thrill ride of an experience of found footage monster films. Great. Really great.
Yeah. Cool. I'd recommend it.
Definitely. I definitely recommend this. So yeah, TrollHunter. Check it out. Great Norwegian film. Awesome. Like we said, that's all we're going to say. We're not going to keep rambling on like we already have. So let's save their time and let them check them out.
I agree.
Cool.
And stay tuned for the next couple of movies, which is Harbinger Down. Hopefully that'll be soon.
Yes.
And Jersey Shore Shark Attack.
Yes, we'll review those when I can. This is I'm on break and got other stuff going on, but we'll get to that when we can. So
yeah.
Thanks.